Are you sick of sending these type of envelopes out through eBay and not getting them shipped, or at least the customer claiming they never received the card? You have no way to track it. You put the 55 or the 75-cent stamp on the envelope. There's no tracking. Your eBay customer's dissatisfied. You don't know if he's lying. You don't know if he got the card or not. All you know is the card seems to not be delivered. Well, in this video, we're going to tell you a new system by eBay that allows you to have tracking and yet pay no more than you would for a regular stamp. So here we go. Hey everyone, it's Risk Collectors here. We're doing a different type of video today. We are showing you how to ship a PWE, that is a plain white envelope, on eBay with tracking. So with their new system on eBay called eBay Standard Envelope, as you can see here, you can get tracking as well as pay the same cost as you normally would to ship a card in a plain white envelope. Now the card can only be, or the card and other cards in the envelope can only weigh up to 3 ounces, so you have to make sure you have a scale and weigh it, and it cannot exceed a 1/4 inch in thickness. Also, here are the rest of the requirements. It can only be a standard size envelope, so either 5 inches in length and the height of 3.5, or a 6 1/8 height with an 11 1/2 width or length, excuse me. So you can see the other restrictions here. Take a look at those. You can pause the video if you need to and read that. Once again, it cannot be more than 3 ounces. It cannot have any kind of enclosed or made of any plastic material. The envelope cannot be. It has to be just a regular paper envelope. And you can see all the different requirements, the things that aren't supported. You can't use bubble mailers, can't be more than 3 ounces, so forth and so on. All right, so just take a look at those, pause, and take a look at those requirements. Make sure you meet those requirements. Now, I will recommend that you do use 2 ounces and not 1. Now, the reason for 2 and not 1 is because our post office here locally requires us to use 2 ounces to ship all trading cards due to the machines that they use to sort the mail. If it's a rigid, like a top loader, a rigid envelope with a top loader in it, that doesn't allow it to go through the machine process, so it needs an extra ounce on it. So pay the extra amount and have 71 cents, as you can see right there is the total. And so just make sure you enter 2 ounces. Make sure you have clicked off eBay standard envelopes. And here are the other choices you have. Make sure you do not have it on USPS first class, because you'll pay $3.03. But rather use eBay standard shipping envelope, and then you will pay 71 cents. You will need a label maker to ship these out, or excuse me, to have a label made, printed out by eBay. So we have a DYMO 450 label maker, and I'll show you that in just a minute, that we use, and I'll tell you what type of labels we've been using and give you a sample look at one of those. But you can add other things to it as well. In this one, I'm not doing that. I'll show you here what this looks like as I slide over the screen. You can see here, it tells you what you chose up here on the top, and then your final purchase price. You would hit that button, and then it would allow you to choose what type of label or label maker or printer you're going to use to print off your label. All right, so that should cover it on the basics of what to do on the eBay side. Now I'll show you how to ship them from the other camera angle. We'll show you what we usually do to ship out cards with a PWE using this new system. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you what you need to ship out a PWE using the new eBay system. For shipping out PWEs, the standard envelope system from eBay. So obviously you're going to need your card. We're going to ship out this card here. You're going to need an envelope. So this is the standard size envelope that I use. It's right here. You can see in the background, number 6, 3/4 envelopes. These I think run a little over, like I want to say a $1 or $1.50 at the most for 100 envelopes at Walmart. So very cheap way to send them. These are not the ones that are self-sealing. So either you lick it, but I prefer to use packaging tape. So I don't lick it, I just tape it because I can't stand to lick those things. So you need that, a roll of tape, your card. You're going to need a team bag, and then your label maker, which is right here. Ours is a DYMO 450. This is a thermal printer. So that's what we have. They run around just under $100, I think like $85 on Amazon. And so it's a DYMO 450 label maker. And then I also print out an invoice. There's no name on this one, but it's just a sheet of paper. So I'm going to show you what I do. I print the label out from eBay. This is how it comes out. I obviously crossed off the names, my return address, as well as the customer's address. And then right here would be your tracking up here, how much you paid for it. And then this label is right here. You can see it's a 30323. That's the item number from DYMO, and it fits nicely on the envelope, as you'll see in a minute. So what we do is take the card, obviously, and put it in your team bag. So very simple. This protects it from any weather. So if the envelope did get wet, that should help protect the card. Of course, you can't get those little sticky things off your fingers because they have static cling. So seal that up. Then I take it, and I'm going to put it in here and just fold it over once. So I'm going to put my camera down a little bit here. All right, fold it over once like that, and then fold it over again. Take my tape, and I tape it there. And then I will take another piece of tape. This may be overkill, but at least it seals it. And I've had really good success shipping them this way. And then take one more piece of tape and put it over here on the top. So you got 3 pieces of tape. Then I'll take the envelope, simply slide the card in the envelope, push this over. Then I will take my shipping tape, which I like to use the Scotch shipping tape, heavy duty. Buy that in bulk on Amazon as well, or you can find it on eBay. And then make sure it's sealed nice and tight. That way you don't have to lick it. Should look like that, and you can even put more tape on it if you like, but just make sure it's sealed. Don't put tape on the front to cover your label. You could run into trouble. Then you take your label, obviously, next, and put it on the front, and you are good to go. So that's it. That's simple. Now, why do this? So why did eBay do this? Well, I think they had a lot of complaints because sellers were being accused by buyers that they didn't ship their card. They never received their card. The sellers would say, of course I shipped it. I shipped it on this date, and you didn't get it. What's the problem? They say I never got it. Well, how can we prove as a buyer the person either got the card or didn't get the card if there's no tracking on it? So eBay said, we're going to make a new way to send cards that are under $20 with tracking. So this little QR code, I believe it is, tells them, how it's tracked, and it tracks somewhere down the line. So it doesn't pick up right away at your post office. In fact, my post office said there's no way to track this thing. Well, that's not true, because down the road, they can track it. Somehow it goes through another system and it is scanned and tracked. So you will see tracking, but it may take a day or two. Well, then it will tell you it was delivered. So obviously you can verify the card was delivered. If the buyer says to you, the card wasn't delivered, you say, nope, I can prove it. I have tracking now. So you can avoid a lot of scams of people, because a lot of people were buying these cards with a PWE and were telling the seller that they never received the card. They would obviously have the card in their possession, but nobody would really know it. So it helps with theft. It helps with security, knowing that your card is making its way to the actual rightful buyer. And I've had a lot of good success shipping out with PWEs. In fact, if you haven't seen Eleco3, check out Eleco3's channel. I talked to him. He ships out tons of cards, and I asked him about PWEs. He's like, oh yeah, this is like 2 years ago. He said, by all means, do that. I did that for cards $10 and under in value, and my sales went way up. So I highly recommend you use this. It doesn't cost you any more, and with the tracking feature, it's really good. Do not put high value cards in here. Cards cannot be over $20 in value, so definitely do not do that. I would even suggest that you put $10 or less in there, just because these can get wrecked. They're not bulletproof. They can get handled roughly, and the cards can get wrecked in there. Even though you have that team bag that will help it with the rain, but it won't help it from getting bent. You can't put anything real thick in here because it has to be a 1/4 inch, so you can't put anything really thick in there. You could put a really super thin piece of cardboard, but even with that, I'd be careful. I've had really good success shipping them out just the way I showed you. Not a lot of damage. The biggest complaint that I had with the system was that I didn't know if the actual buyer was getting the card. And then I did have, maybe a couple times a month, people said they didn't get the card. Obviously, no way to prove it, so I would refund them just to make the customer happy, not knowing, of course, if they were being honest. And thankfully, I ship out many cards a day. Thankfully, not many people complained or said they didn't get their cards, which is good. A lot of honest people in this hobby, which is great, but there's always scammers in every sort of, buying and selling platform on the internet. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you have questions, please let me know. I'd love to try to help you out. They are working on this. It's not complete yet as far as working out all the bugs on eBay. So they're still working out a few bugs, but if you have trouble, definitely get a hold of them on their customer support. They have very good customer support. And let me know if you've tried this, how have you liked it. Please leave a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have questions or something I missed, something I didn't explain well, which could easily be the case, let me know. I'd love to follow up with you and try to answer any questions you might have. You can reach me at upnorthcollectors@gmail.com or simply by leaving a comment in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do. We'll try to do more informational videos like this on sports cards and sports cards related topics. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Take care and have fun collecting.